Okay, I'm back from the range. I've run some wet patches through the Beretta. Let them soak for a little bit while I was getting other stuff sorted, seeing as I only just got back. This test did achieve velocities above 3,000 feet per second, although mind you not much, but this is literally, I can't do anything more with this powder because you can't fit any more in the case. This is a pretty heavily compressed load at the moment. So yeah, I just have to either work with this powder with the velocities that I've got, or I'm going to have to try a different powder, which I'm not probably going to do purely from the cost standpoint, with it being $140 a kilo. So yeah, I took some footage out of the range as well, which I'll probably cut this video in to that footage. It's a pretty good day out there, although it started to rain just after I got home now. So it's turned into a pretty overcast and miserable looking day out there. Anyway, I'll get this thing cleaned, then I'll edit this video up and I'll chuck it up as well. There's my brake cleaner for the brush. Yeah, don't have much more to say about this at the moment. I was hoping to get higher velocities than what it's turned out that I've gotten, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be possible with the current crop of powders that I have on hand. I will require a change to a faster powder again, which I could. We could get some benchmark 8208 if it's available. That would be the next best bet, I'd say. Other than that, I'll just have to stick with 2206H. I'll do my usual 4 more wet patches. The 4 patches which I put through first before the brush have been soaking for about 15 minutes, so they'll all already have loosened up quite a bit of crap. You can see the carbon on that patch there, and there's a bit of blue still as well from that copper. These projectiles aren't too bad with the copper fouling. They seem to be a bit less than the Barnes TTSXs that I've used in the past in other calibers. I'm not sure if it's that proprietary coating that Outer Edge use on the projectiles that helps a bit, but you do still definitely get copper fouling in the barrel. Although it does seem to clean out fairly quickly and easily. That patch has come out pretty clean. Okay, I'll push some dry patches through now. Then I'll switch to the copper solvent. I won't do the brush with the copper solvent, I'll just scrub the barrel with a patch or two, and then let it sit for a couple of minutes. Should know fairly quickly if it's going to get out more copper than what this carbon solvent already has. There's only 9 rounds fired too, so that shouldn't be that dirty. Okay. I mean, the copper solvent. Soak this patch pretty good. Short stroke it through the ball. So really want to get towards the muzzle, which is where you'll get the heaviest build up of copper if you are getting a build up. And that's come out just with brown smudging on it, which is usually what you'll get if you short stroke a patch through the ball like that. And I'll do, say, 2 more pretty well soaked patches. And that. Yep, there's pretty good blue streaks on that, although it's only where it seems to be getting right down into the edges of the grooves. Pretty narrow streaks, but they are dark. More almost dripping patch. Same thing, streaks, dark blue streaks. There is copper in there, but it's probably only right down in the edges of the grooves. Okay. Well, I'm giving that a little bit of time to work. I'll refill this with more copper solvent because it's almost empty. Which means I have to get behind the camera and light here. Just to go over the loads from today as well, none of them showed pressure signs. Either there was no difficult extraction, which you'd expect to get with a straight pull, seeing as you have a lot less camming power than a bolt action, a normal bolt action. There's no excessively flattened primers, there's no ejector mark on any of the case heads. It's purely coming down to just can't get enough powder in the case, can't generate enough pressure for the projectile to get the velocity up fast enough, which is a bit annoying, but them's the brakes at the moment with this thing. Other than that, I'm still happy with the rifle. It's slightly heavy. It's not too bad. It's not like one of the Lithgow LA102s. It's lighter than that. It's sort of in between that and a Ticker T3 or T3X now in weight. But one of the lights, T3X light. 2506 is still lighter than this. This scope adds a bit of weight as well, compared to the scope that I'll be going to once I've finished the load development. If I can get one of the barrel kits for this in 243, or if they come out with other calibers eventually, say 22-50, something like that. I might get one of those barrels, then I'll have this scope matched to that barrel. And that'll be, if when I go out hunting, I only have to take this, use the 308 barrel and that scope for the walk around hunting, and then use this scope and the either 243 or 22-50 barrel if they do come out with one for the spotlighting, which would be handy. And we have to take one gun. But still no barrel kits available from Beretta. They still haven't started producing them and selling them retail. That should be long enough. There wasn't too much copper there. Again, it's only long streaks on the patches. It's not the whole patch soaked. This definitely doesn't appear to be coming off the lands. It's purely down in the grooves. Like it's getting it out of the very corners of the grooves. Some of that crud out of there. Run a couple just to make sure get any crap out of the barrel that I happen to push from the chamber into the barrel. Next it's going to be oil going down there. Okay. I usually do a fairly well oiled patch. I usually let it soak in a bit because it's fairly thick stuff. And then I do a second oiled patch, but this second patch has pretty minimal oil on it. Usually only got 3 drops around the center of the patch. I'll leave the rest of the patch dry, but again I'll let that soak in and spread a little bit. What I find this does is I get the excess oil out of the barrel from the first patch, but I still leave a coating of oil in there, and that'll last me till the next time I shoot. Just got to remember, push a couple of patches or pull a bore snake through the barrel before you do go shooting. Okay, this is done. Just gotta wipe it down and put it away now. Okay, I'll pick a node to load in. I found one that's it's not a very tight node, it's a fairly loose node at just above the 3,000 feet per second. I'll load up somewhere in the middle of that and then go do some seeding depth tests as well. Or I might even load the seeding depth test at that charge and go out and shoot them and see which one's best. That'll save me trouble. Should save me multiple trips to the range, I mean. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one.